Good morning. So nice to have you join us today for 3+U. We're kicking the show off this morning with a little bit of financial talk, because if you're like an awful lot of us, maybe you get up in the morning, you have your cup of coffee, you check your 401k, your retirement savings, take a look and see what the market did the day before, and of late, you probably haven't had a smile on your face. But we're putting one on your face this morning because Kevin Fuerst is here with Fuerst Financial, and his website is Grow, Keep, Leave. Right. Not a lot of growth happening right now, but you say it can be there if you're patient.
Yeah. Well, and not only that, I mean, this is so right now what we're talking to our clients about is really risk, because this is a time when you find out either you have too much risk or you might be taking too much risk and the portfolio's dropping more than you would like, or you feel uncomfortable about it. If you feel that way, I think you need to get with your advisor and see, you know, if there's something you need to change. Now, now personally, I will tell you, I've had 2 phone calls, and both of them wanted to buy more because they understand when a market does this, it's over sold. And at some point it will turn around, and because that's what markets do. They go up and they go down. I can guarantee people that.
So okay, let's talk a few numbers that are kind of general rules for everybody, because the individual ways you're investing might be different, obviously, person to person. Is it true that once you're about 5 years out of retirement, before your retirement date, most people should kind of scale back on that risk? Because you're going to need that money in 5 years.
I think risk is subject to the individual. So I've got people in their 80s, 100% stock. Now, what type of stock they buy? Do they buy dividend-paying stocks? Do they buy growth stocks, tech stocks? What is it that we could talk about? But to me, risk is based on how much stocks versus bonds. The more bonds, the more conservative. The more stocks, the more aggressive. And so, but I think it's individual. Each individual has their own way of thinking about it. Now, if we're talking about, I'm retired, I want more income versus the growth, that's not necessarily changing risk. It is, but you're more now interested in how much money does the money that I've saved make me so that I can continue to live my lifestyle.
So that's going back to those dividend-paying investments, right? So do people ever come to you, do most people come to you, Kevin, once they have retired to say, here's what I've got, help me grow it even more?
It's both. I have both. Some people that are a little younger and they're wanting to still grow, they're still working. How do I get there so that when I retire, I want to either continue to live my lifestyle, or you know, I want my lifestyle to have X amount of dollars. We do a probability of success chart that we walk them through to help them understand, based on their goals, what's their probability of success of actually accomplishing those. And so that's what we focus on. And so these things like this, people should be, or times like this, people should be looking at, what can I buy? What are some of the things, if you've got a little extra money, where can you put that into the portfolio where it's going to help you 3, 4, 5, 10 years from now?
Maybe a question you can't answer, but would you advise people, if they're looking to make some investments, would you maybe put them right now into American companies versus foreign companies?
Depends. It always depends. I mean, it depends on the risk. Sometimes I think you have to look at it from a risk standpoint and maybe do a little of both, depending on what the client's really looking for. We do tend to lean toward U.S. only dividend-paying stocks. We kind of tend to lean that way. So my mind thinks that way. I also like municipal bonds. I think it's a great source of income if we're talking about income for retirement.
Do you talk about the bond market? Because that's been in the news a little bit lately, but I can't remember why. But haven't bonds actually been improving lately?
Yeah, well, so interest rate, when it's kind of like a seesaw. When interest rates go up, bonds go down. And so interest has been high, and now we're looking at interest coming down, so the value of the bond and the yield on the bond is going to go up.
Do you anticipate, I know you kind of bridge a little bit the investment side of things monetarily with the consumer side of things, like mortgages and that type of thing, car buying power. So if you're a 72-year-old retiree, but you've got a 28-year-old grandchild, where you might be feeling a pinch with your investments. Are things easing up maybe a little bit for your grandchild? As interest rates begin to go down for you on your investments, it's helping the 28-year-old.
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah. Either buy a home or
Right.
whatever the case may be. So yeah,
The balance of it.
It is. But then when interest rates are going down, it doesn't necessarily mean that your stocks are going to go down. So I mean, you just it's that constant contact with an advisor. I think, and that's really where the advisor to me earns their pay.
Yeah.
Because you have to walk through that process. And when we onboard a new client, it really is a bit painful because we spend a lot of time talking about this very thing, trying to figure out what's best for them. We have some tests or surveys that they can take to figure out where their risk is. But the conversation is what you have to figure out what is really best for you. And then over time, risk will tell you, and the market will tell you if your allocation is too risky or not. And then that really to me is a risk.
So you have to be careful, a minute left, what you really pay attention to. Headlines are one thing, the truth always lies beneath those headlines.
Yeah.
Most of us remember the horror of 2008 when people lost a lot.
Yeah.
Is that where you see us heading?
I don't think so.
Okay.
I think this is different. I think, you never know really. Who
Just
knows what the market's,
monitor
what's going to happen. Yeah, I think you just watch it, and if you've got your risk right, I don't think you'll have trouble. If you're overweighted in stocks, I think you might be feeling a little bit. But again, over time, when have we not been here? We've been here before.
That's right.
I mean, it always happens. Then people panic and move out, or I saw something on Facebook that said completely get out of your 401k, liquidate it and move it. Oh yeah, all kinds of crazy things are out there, but it's over time, risk will play itself out.
Nothing good ever comes from panicking.
No.
Right?
No.
Okay, growkeepleave.com is the website. I think that's a really good one. 899-8555 is the phone number. Kevin Fuerst, always good to see you.
Thanks.
Hello, Dr. Bragg with Bragg Weight Loss. Those of you